What's up YouTube, it's Kevin Walford. Just a small update. I've had my surgery for my shoulder now. So I'm gradually getting back into driving, but while I've been bored at home, decided to make a couple of things for the car. In the car I've got some new seats. In the rear I've got a Streetwise bench from Rover Streetwise, which is 2 leather seats, and in the centre there's a plastic centre console, like your front seats. So I've ordered a 7-inch flip-out screen, not a DVD player, because I've got one of them in the front anyway. And I'm going to mount that in the centre of the seat. So if you're a passenger and you're in the back, the screen, when you get in the car, the engine turns on, the screen will pop out and fold back so the people can look down. You know, it's not really far down, you know, it's next to your knees, but it's enough to watch some movies or something on the go. So that's something coming up. But this is what I've made so far for the front. This is the top console, which used to have a clock in the middle here, and sat like that, and these are the 2 air vents, of course. You can see they're quite big. There's a guy called Pritchard. You might see his videos on YouTube as well. ZR Turbo, it's a white one. He's made one of these before, but he carbon wrapped his because when he finished using filler and stuff, he had a lot of cracks in it. So I tried to get around that by using a really strong mixture of fiberglass resin, with a lot of fiberglass in it, to build it up. So anyway, it starts off, as you've seen one of these before, where it actually comes down like this and then goes to this like rounded shape here. It's awkward. It's kind of like a triangle on each side. So what I had to do was cut that completely away. So soldering iron straight down here and then straight across this bit here to there, and that's on both sides. With them pieces removed, I then cut 2 slots here and here, because as you can see this screen is solid now, this surround. It didn't used to be. It used to be just a lip that went across there and then it dipped in and out, so you know, like this. So all of that above that was missing, and down all of that was missing, and on the back. So yeah, cut the 2 holes with soldering iron, slotted this in tight, and then cut a hole straight across the middle, so that allowed the lip of this. So instead of having a ridge, the lip sits in the hole, so it's flush with the bottom. Once that was done, fiberglass the bottom underneath, as you can see, just a temporary, well, hold, and then use some spare plastic to plastic weld across here, so that was hard. And then the plastic pieces I cut off here are laid flat across this bit here, flat across that bit there, and plastic welded straight up the seam here. Sanded that down, then used fiberglass across there and there. Then I had 2 massive holes, which is there and there, these sides. What I did was I got a plastic lid from a takeaway container, cut it to the shape of this triangle shape, and then pushed it on there, and then just used some masking tape to hold it in place. Then on the other side, I chucked loads of fiberglass filler in there and pushed it hard against the moulds that I'd made. So give it about an hour. When it dried, I just pulled the mould off. It just comes straight off because it doesn't stick to the fiberglass and leaves you with, well, a filled-in section. Then I did the same again for that side, and then fiberglassed all of this. So filled that so it's flat, filled this in, all the sides. Sanded it down the best I can, because you know that stuff's a bastard to sand by hand. Then I had in the post ordered some, I think it's called Big Boy flexible filler, which is for bumpers. So to avoid getting the cracks, I use that stuff. So yeah, skimmer filler over here around the edges where it's, you know, smoothed in the corners here. Skim of it across there, you know, smoothed it all off. I've been sanding it and adding little bits for tiny little gaps, but now it's to that stage where there's only a couple of little little like divots. And if I keep doing it, I'm going to end up fillering it forever. So I've got to the stage now where it's all smooth all over. Chucked a light dusting of primer on, sanded it down once, primer again, just to make sure everything's filled, and it's done a pretty good job. You can hear it's quite rough anyway because the paintwork is going to be textured. So I'm now waiting for the textured bumper paint because Halfords don't sell it, and it's really hard to find at the moment. So I can only find it on eBay, and the guy said he sent it a while ago, and I'm hoping it turns up like tomorrow because I'm bored out of my head. Then all I have to do is a couple of dusting layers with that, and then I might lacquer it. I'm not too sure. I don't really want it to be shiny because when you're driving it shines up in your face. So I'm thinking, leave it as it is, kind of like matte effect with the texture on it, and then I'm done. The only bit I'm not happy about is it's not 100%. If you look, the lines that trying to focus, the lines are quite, smooth, but on this side it's got a slight curvature to it, which was my own fault for not sanding it back to a bit more, if I put my finger a bit more like that. But, if you're looking at it straight away, head on straight, it's not that bad, actually. The screen fits in there that I've got for it, and the back of it's smooth enough. The couple of the little divots, as I said, could be filled in, but unless you're outside the car, on the bonnet, looking through the window in the centre of the glass, you're not going to see it through the glass anyway, so any little dimples there aren't going to see. But this is what the finished product will look like. And the only reason I did this was because I didn't really want a clock in there. The clock I had before, the little clock that's in there, it's about this big, sits in the middle, was pretty crap. I've got a clock on the stereo, which is, bigger than the clock that's actually there. So threw that away anyway, and it was always empty. I kept thinking, what can I put in now? Sticking little cuddly toys in there, trying to fill the hole up. But I wanted to do something like this for a while. The first attempt was actually for a tablet PC to, push into the hole, just cut the hole, and then just have it slot in, and be used as an add-on to the stereo for music instead of putting CDs or playing off my iPod. But the air freshener I had from, I won't mention the company, get me in trouble, whatever. But I didn't realise the air fresheners melted through them, and I made a little pixel art turbo. So I had the air freshener as a guide to what the turbo looks like, the image. And, I left it on the side, and my partner put it on top of the tablet PC, which melted straight through the tablet into the actual electronics and has destroyed it. So the tablet came on, but the screen would just flicker left, right, all over the place. It was knackered. The guy said they're going to send me some freebies out for the problem, and put a warning on their website that the actual air fresheners can cause damage to plastic. I think you'll find the same with a lot of air fresheners. I didn't realise until I googled how bad they are. A lot of magic trees and things like that melt through dashboards, costing thousands to people in Audis and things like that. So just a warning there, if you've got an air freshener, magic tree, don't leave it on the plastic because it will just melt straight through and bubble all the paint, and you'll be ruined. The dashboard will be ruined, or whatever plastic you put it on. Or if you fancy trying it yourself, just get a bit of plastic and get an air freshener, whack it on top of it, and just leave it. Give it a week, come back, and you'll see what it's done. But yeah, so because that went tits up, went for the 7-inch screen. And yeah, it's come around pretty well, it does its job. The buttons still work on the sides, they're not totally useless. So if the screen is in, you can, at night, if you really wanted to, you can push the button on each side and just pop out the screen and take it inside. But, for the cost of these little screens, 7-inch screens, not really worth it. So, just to finish off, we've got the 7-inch screen that's going to be in the top of the dash. I've got the 7-inch motorised screen in the stereo that pops out in the dash, and then I'll have another 7-inch motorised screen into the rear bench, which will be coming up soon. I'll make a little video of, and that's it really. I was going to go with headrest screens, but it's not worth it. I can't go for bucket seats because my shoulder's knackered and it just kills me, so I'm going to have to leave bucket seats out of it. And I didn't really want to waste my money on the headrests. The screen I got for a bargain price. It was used, but I got it for £27 delivered, and they were £180 online. So something that cheap is worth just whacking in the back. And the screen for the front, I think, was about £25 just for the screen and the surround it come with. So yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching. I'll stop the gibberish now, and I'm going to go get something to eat. So see you later, YouTube. Cheers, guys.